For this video, you will be learning how to construct a triangle given one side and two angles. All right, so side AB will be equal to 33 millimeters, which is the same as 3.3 centimeters. Angle A B C is going to be equal to 30, and the angle CAB is going to be equal to 90 degrees. Let us construct this triangle. So the first thing we need to do is to draw our line AB. Should be a light line, so 0 to 3. Then we label A, B. Then the next thing we need to do is to tick off what we have done, which is AB. ABC means that our angle is going to be formed at B because 1, B is in the middle, and 2, there's an angle sign over it. All right. So place your compass point at B. Let's open to a convenient radius. All right. And the first thing we need to establish is our base angle 60, and then bisect our 60 to get our 30. Keeping the same radius, place the point right here on the line and then scribe and cut. This is now 60 degrees. However, the question did not ask for a 60 degree. So we will have to bisect this once more. So scribe an arc. Let me do that again so it's not messy. Scribe an arc. Place the point right here and scribe and cut it. Let's bring this over a little bit more. Just a little bit. Now we can draw our 30-degree line. We do not know where it's going to end as yet, but if you know what a 90-degree line looks like, it is perpendicular, so it's going to go all the way up. So we can assume that we can stop right there. Now it's time to create our 90 degree on this side. So simple, scribe, place your point right here, scribe again to get your 60, point right here, scribe again for your 120. And this is 120 because this is always 60. Once you keep the same radius after drawing this part, it's 60. So 60 plus 60 is 120. Between 60 and 120, we have 90 degrees. So we can, let's open this a little bit more. Scribe, scribe, and then draw a line. Now our triangle ends right here where the lines meet, and this is C. So let's darken the important parts of the triangle now, which is AB, BC, and CA. Writing the angles, which is 90 and 30. All right, this triangle is quite small, so let's do a bigger one. All right, so AB is going to be 5 centimeter. Angle CBA, let us make that 45 degrees. And angle BAC, let's make that 75 degrees, which means that our angle is at B is going to be 45 and the angle created at A is going to be 75. Let's do that now. So first things first, we need to establish the first part of the question, which is AB. Light line, 5 centimeters, label A, label B. Then the next thing we're going to do is to construct our 45 degrees. But let's tick off AB first. Finish with that. So 45. First, if we're creating our 45 degree, we need to create the base angle, then bisect it, and the base angle would have been 90. Because when you bisect your 90 degree, you are cutting it in half. And this was done in previous videos, so if you don't remember how to do your angles, please to go back to the channel, go on your grade 9 playlist and watch over the angle videos and practice. All right, scribe your arc, keep the same radius, place the point here, scribe your arc, keep the same radius again and scribe again to get your 120. Then to get to our 90 degree, scribe from here at the 60 and then scribe from the 120. Draw your line. After you have done that, we're going to bisect our 90 to get our 45. So I'm closing that a little bit. Scribe. This is from the line. Then from the 90 degree. It's a bit close, so it's snapping to the different thing. So let me put a point there and see if it makes a difference. All right, there we go. Scribe from the 90 and then we draw a line. This is a long line because we don't know where it's going to end up as yet. All right, next thing, let's tick this off because that is done. We need to get BAC now, which is 75. So we would have done in previous classes and in previous videos, tutorials, that we would have drawn our 75 between 60 and 90. Because when we create the 90 and we create the 60 and we bisect it, we get 75. So that's what we're going to do. Let's create our 60 degree first. Let's do the 120. And let's now construct our 90. So we have the two lines. We have our 60 line, which would have been right here, and our 90 line, which would have been right here, but we want 75. So in order for us to do 75, we have to use our 60 point and our 90 point. So let's do the 60 first. Let me shorten this a bit. Scribe, then our 90, and then scribe again. This is now our 75 degrees. Draw a line where they meet. This is now C. Notice that C always comes up when the lines meet after you have done all that is required. So BAC, 75 done. So let us write our 75 degree here, 45 degree here, and the length of the initial line, which was 5 centimeters. And let us draw our outline, the important lines. So AB, BC, and CA. And that is how we do this one. Let's do one last one. Let's go through this quickly. AB, we're going to let AB equal 5 centimeter again. B, A, C, we're going to do this one as 120. And then C, B, A, we're going to do this one as 60. First things first, we need to do the first part, which is AB, 5 centimeters. Let's use light lines first. 5 centimeters. Label A. Let me put it over a bit. Hold on, hold on. Alright, so AB 5 centimeter. Label A. Label B. Place your compass point at A to get 120. Alright. Once again, we can scribe like this. Scribe to get our 61st. And then scribe again to get our 120. This is our 120, and we can just draw a line. We do not know where it's going to end as yet, so that's why we drew it so long. Then for this side now, we're going to get our 60. So we need to scribe an arc, keep the same radius, place it right here on the line, and scribe again. Then draw a line through this point. Right, this is not going to meet. So let us change this one to 30 degrees. 30 degrees, because the page is a bit short. So if we want 30 degrees, we're changing it to 30. We have our 60. Let me place a point there. So we can now use this point. This does not mean you should change any question if the drawing does not fit. You need to draw what is required and spatially fit your thing using your spatial awareness. All right. I just did this because this page cannot get any bigger and it won't fit at all. So let's now write the things that are important, which is our 120 degrees, 30 degrees, and 5 centimeters. And let's place our C. And that is our last demonstration. By now, everybody should understand how to do this. We did 3 exercises. I hope you got some practice in. Have a good one.